2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. You look at the Saints defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They are going for it. Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
I think they might have surprised him there, partner, because you try and guard the first down line first and foremost to stop them there, and they just went ahead and bypassed that in a big way and took a big shot downfield.
Throws right back to London, complete again. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. That's out quickly to London. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Robinson up the middle. About 3 yards there to the 27. This defense for the Saints, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That'll give them 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 4. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Robinson, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Now their versatile running back, here's Austin Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Complete to Austin Eckler. 10 yards on the pickup. It's
second down and inches.
The
The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. The Saints at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
2 yards. It's now 3rd down and 3.
He'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Throwing the out route, and he's got Eckler. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Here is 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going to look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Back to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go play action here with Penix. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. A play fake. Now Penix going for the deep ball. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wheeler. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
He's got his target. That's complete. That'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Third and 12. Now back to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. This pass is caught by London. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Throw left side, there's London. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
Here's Penix. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To the air, Penix. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Saints nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Coup now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next the score, Falcons 14, Saints nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Wheeler. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
He finds his man complete. It's 4. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They go play action here on first down. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Saints are back within a score. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And that one makes it 14-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's brought in downfield by London. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A gain of 29 yards. First down at the line.
Now Penix. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 33-yard line.
And looking to throw, Penix. His throw incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll throw with Penix. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Under pressure, they got him again. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. This from 36 yards out. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
He finds his man, complete. It's Wheeler. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wheeler. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back to throw again.
Olave holds it in.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
At the 16-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. It's 2nd and 2.
It's the game of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A play fake. Now Penix.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
On the bootleg, it's Penix. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for six. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come. To the 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter.
Throwing after the interception. Carter.
They'll fire deep, looking for more.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally taken down at the 34. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Carter.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one in 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back to throw. Carter. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Carter. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Carter. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
14. Bradley Pinion set to kick
And
off.
following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for... And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Carter trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. Down the sideline he goes.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Good game, bro. I'll get you next time.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Carter now throwing after the interception. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wheeler. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Now 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Two important parts to that play. One, you get a first down, obviously. Charles, two, managed to get out of bounds.
Love the way you dissected that, but he threw it in the middle of the field, so they picked up the first down, but he had to work his way to the sideline to stop the clock. What a great effort.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to get it back to a one-score game. And this one is right down the middle. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Falcons, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yeah.